Good afternoon, everyone. This is Cooper with the Delta 30 unit out of Knightdale, North Carolina. And today we're going to do a very special video on a mod that I've come up with. It's a free mod, so it doesn't require any money. And hopefully people who have the type of hop up that I'll be describing or hop up nub will be able to utilize this mod the most. But here we go. I'll go through the whole spill and you figure out where you lie in being able to utilize the mod. As some people know, the flat hop is a very popular mod along with the nub involved in it, which is usually a Namazu Firefly nub, which is flat. It has a metal roller bar in the middle that allows it to limit how much the nub is depressed when the hop up is adjusted, obviously giving us more pressure to apply to the BB, allowing more hop. Well, what if you don't have enough money at the time for the Namazu Firefly nub and you just want to do something at home? Well, specifically for Krytac users, this is a great little mod. So if anybody has the Krytac CRB, SPR, or LMG, or any other weapon that uses a similar hop-up nub that has a hole in the middle of it like this one, let's see if you can see this. I'm gonna zoom in on that. Actually, I can't zoom in, but we're gonna see if we can get down there. Okay, so see, that's the nub right there. This comes stock in a Krytac. Any Krytac that you buy, this particular nub comes stock. What it is, it has a hole in the middle and this little sectional that will slide into the hop-up arm itself. So that's right here. And then the hole in the nub. The idea is if you put a metal roll bar or similar, obviously you wouldn't have an official Namazu roll bar, but you can make any type of bar you wish. This right here, simple pin, safety pin, bobby pin, paper clip. This right here obviously being a paper clip, but I don't know where it went, but I did have a safety pin. But you can use any type of metal object that will simulate a roll bar size, dimension, width, diameter, and you could put it inside. Now, I'm gonna do it real quick, real carefully, because you don't want to do this too hard, because you'll tear it. You'll tear this thing easily. But as you can see, just by something as simple as putting this little bar in here now, when this depresses, let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna get real close. So just pushing my finger down, you see that there's a significant amount of resistance versus when this is out. So you see that? Squish, squish, squish. But then when we do it the other way, put that down. No squish. So definitely resistance. And what this is doing, again, this is giving you more pressure to apply to the BB, and it allows the hop up to give you more hop when it's depressed via the hop up arm. Simple mod. Like I said, this right here being a paper clip, you can cut this. You got to be real careful because you don't want it too long. If you still have any type of leftover piece of the safety pin, paper clip, or whatever metal object you use, and these are kind of pre-cut here. These are all different size paper clips, but as you can see, they're about the length of the hop up, and this is what you want to be, a little shorter. You can measure that up. You want this to be a little shorter than the actual hop up nub, because if not, it's going to protrude a bit outside. So you can see right here, let's move that over. Okay. So you can see right here that even with it being that small, still has a little bit that would protrude out. So I would have to modify that more. This was just giving you an example of what you'd look for as far as fine cutting this. But again, you have so many different metal objects, thin metal objects that you can use. You may find a Deaton pin that would work. You may find a paper clip that'll work fine. You may find a safety pin that'll work fine. I mean, there's a lot of different objects that would fit in here. The idea is just making sure that it's not scraping against the hop up body or the arm itself, because if it does, well, not really the arm, but against the hop up body, because it will not move properly if it's scraping, and you could probably do more damage than good. But I've estimated 13 to 21 FPS increase just by using this simple mod. This is a stock nub, and if obviously you have a different setup, not Krytac, because this is a Krytac nub, but you may have another setup which uses a very similar nub to this and has a hole in it. You're not getting the exact flat hop. It's just, again, this is not something elaborate. This isn't some super 200 plus feet mod. This is just something to give you a little bump, little performance bump, free FPS, free feet bump in your performance for right now. This is a holdover mod. Being that it's free, you'll get a little bit, but you're not going to get a whole bunch. So I don't want you to come out and say, oh my God, D3Z is full of it. They didn't tell me it wasn't going to be that much. No, this is just a little something to bump it up. You'll definitely see an increase. It'll make a difference. And if you're really clever, you can go this route. Now mine just is kind of beat up. This is from an old Scar setup. But this is the van mod, as I like to call it. A gentleman by the name of Venevery on one of the local forums had removed the C-clip, and obviously he had a lot more Teflon tape moving around, but basically applied enough Teflon tape to a hop up to where it was thick enough to mimic the placement of a C-clip while cutting off an enormous amount of air creep in the hop up. Beautiful mod. I've seen nothing but excellent results with this. So you combine that little nub roll bar mod in your existing OEM hop up nub, whether it be Krytac or another setup that uses a similar nub to this, and you put that in this hop up, and essentially all you're doing, I mean, super easy. You're popping your hop up retention bar out, lifting this up, putting it in there with the non-protruding roll bar that you've made, slap the retention pin and back in, and you're good. I mean, there's nothing more to it. And seriously, there's nothing more to this mod. It's super simple, just a little bump in performance. Like I said, I've averaged between 13 to 21 FPS increase, as well as feet, and probably a little bit more in feet. Fortunately, my new chrono doesn't really show in distance and feet. It'll show the FPS, so I've been kind of doing that using 20, 25, and .30 BBs, courtesy of Laser Dot, high precision BBs. Thank you. So definitely something to consider if you have any of the three Krytacs or even the PDW. I know they got the PDW Krytac out. I know they're coming out with a DMR kit. They're coming out with a key mod LMG. Quite a bit coming out. So Krytac users specifically can take advantage of this mod immediately. Other people who have similar hop-up nubs, again, if it's something similar to Krytac nub, which has the hole in here where you can accept a roll bar, custom-made roll bar, you can make it happen. Get a nice little bump in FPS and feet with your existing setup just by following these simple steps. Hopefully that'll give you a little something to play around with. Post your results. Let me know how you've done. If it's done, I really appreciate a like or a thumbs up, comment, or whatever you throw on there. But just take it for what it is. Little bump in FPS, little bump in feet, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This is Cooper with the Delta 30 unit out of Knightdale, North Carolina. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this little mod that you can utilize. It's done some pretty good results on the field for me. Take it easy. Bye.